Hey, good morning, everyone. Probably early for some of you. It's probably late in the afternoon for some of you. It's probably late at night for some of you. Um, it is Sunday, June 8th, 2025. I'm still feeling a little groggy myself. I got a bit of a wide here. We don't want it on that shot. There we go. Uh, we got a uh, we got a little bit of stuff to do today because today is the Microsoft Games Showcase, and then directly after the Outer Worlds 2 Direct, which I don't know. I didn't think to to cover that today because I just don't feel anything for it. But I just said screw it. Why the hell? We'll do it. We'll get it done because here's the thing. Uh, Big packed week. This past week was big and packed when it came with the video game world. You know, we had the Sony State of Play. We had the Nintendo Switch launch. People are playing Mario Kart World left and right. You know, mixed things that are being said about it as far as, but the over as far as like the actual gameplay, um, the open world. Um, but the knockout battles, I mean, that's been becoming like the big hit out of the entire game has been the knockout races. And everybody seems to be in agreement that the $80 price tag for that game is definitely, it is not an $80 game. It is not an $80 game, but we are in the realm. We are now in the age of the $80 AAA game. We'll say that AAA game. Question is, what is the next game coming out will be $80? Only time is going to tell from that, and I'm pretty sure we won't start seeing those until the holidays. If I had to take my guess, I would say the next $80 game is going to be. I think the next $80 game is going to be Call of Duty. I really think it's going to be Call of Duty. But yeah, we got the games showcase today. Not a whole lot of hype. Not a whole lot of hype on the you know on the games on the Xbox Game Showcase, which I've kind of yeah, it's been that way the whole week. It's just like you're not getting a lot of big hype, a lot of excitement. It's just here's the announcement. Here's this thing we're doing. Here's the announcement. There might want be one or two things that'll grab your attention, but nothing to where like people are like making like huge speculation huge speculation about. I mean, everything with the Sony one, people were speculating. None of it was correct. None of it was correct at all. The games showcase. I mean, I'm sorry. The Summer Games Fest. Uh, the biggest standout on that was Resident Evil 9, and that was the only thing that was really talked about. But you know, this was the first week I had heard anything about Resident Evil 9. This was the first week that even mentioned for anything. And then today we got and then there was a developers indie dev thing that I didn't cover, but you know, I didn't hear anything out of that. But there's a lot of excitement going on with that. I've been hearing that when it comes to indie games, there's a lot more excitement coming up on that. Well, but here we are. We're getting into the which we've got. Oh, they've already got a countdown in 6 minutes. We're gonna get started on that, but I mean, from nothing as far as hype, just stuff that they're probably going to talk about today. And the thing is, Microsoft has a lot of studios. We got some big studios that are in their portfolio. You know, you got Bethesda, you got Activision. You got stuff. You got little smaller ones like Mojang, Double Fine. Got Ninja Theory, Obsidian, Rare. Um, but I mean, honestly, with anything, as far as what I would assume that they're probably going to end up talking about today, and you know, I talked about the other day that they're probably going to like show off the Gears of War, the new Gears of War remake, but I also forgot about E-Day, and maybe that'll be the game that'll be their big game that comes out this fall, unless they. But I'm sure they'll show something off on that. I'm sure they'll show something on that. We haven't heard from Fable in a while, so I'm pretty sure. So there has to be some mention of Fable. Probably some new footage from the Perfect Dark game. We know that the Outer Worlds 2 is definitely going to be showcased in its own direct. I mean, that's to me, if they're giving they're and to me, it sounds like that's going to be their big game for the fall. It's going to be the Outer Worlds 2, as far as like anything outside of Call of Duty, because even though it is a Microsoft Studios company now, Call of Duty's probably considered separate from Microsoft on the whole, just because they were the big dogs. They were the big dogs in gaming with Call of Duty, and it's just pretty much it's just business as usual with Call of Duty. Um, I'm pretty sure they're going to show some third-party companies. Probably going to show some RTSs, you know, because they've got Ages of Empire, something like that. They will talk about a lot of day ones or going to Game Passes. Something was said about a Persona 4 remake, but I don't know if they would announce this here or not. They would have announced it on Summer's Games Fest, but they did not do that at all. And time for a new Forza, so you know you can't go wrong every year with the new Forza and everything. So, and I uh kind of like what they did over here. I like this. They did the countdown. They did the countdown with the with just fishing. That's all it is. It's just the whole thing. Ever since I turned this on a couple minutes ago, is just showing them fishing with just water sound effects and the sound effects from the game. That was clever. I will say that was definitely clever on that. But hey, if you're in the chat or anything, if it's Xbox and there's something you're excited from Microsoft, a game you want to see, throw it up in the chat. Get the conversation going. I'll go ahead and do my plugs before we get started. Don't forget to follow me on Kick, follow me on Twitch, follow me right here at youtube.com/@NashThunderclapLive, and my gaming channel, Nash Thunderclap, on all the socials, Instagram, Facebook, Zitter. That's where you get all my updates. Everything's Nash Thunderclap. And then while you're here, like, subscribe, whatever it takes to help me with this crazy algorithm. I would greatly appreciate it. Got a little rainy weather out my way today, so I'm hoping it's not, and it's a little bad, but I'm hoping it's not bad enough to where we'll lose power and lose stream. If we do, there's probably your other. No, not say your other. Let's say your actual favorite streamer. We'll probably have something going on with the game showcase today. I do apologize on my energy right now. I woke up. I just woke up. My sleep schedule is off majorly. And then I've got to, because I got to start my new job tomorrow, so I got to take care of some stuff early, knock it out, and get to bed early, because I gotta get up in the morning, and I gotta make almost a 2-hour drive up north, start my job, and I need to still gotta do some packing and stuff like that. Not that that is of anybody's concern, but it is a big day for me. So we got 30 seconds. We're right at 30 seconds before the showcase starts. I do want to mention this. As soon as we're done with this this broadcast, you can join me over on Kick and Twitch, and I'm going immediately into my Black Myth Wukong playthrough. It'll be part 30. Hopefully, it'll be the finale. This point, we should be wrapping everything up. All right, here we go. We're gonna get started. Let's check it out. What you got, Game Studios?
I care that the colony is in disarray. We didn't come to Arcadia to get bogged down in pointless warfare. We came to spread freedom and liberate resources for profit. But this pesky Earth Directorate agent is mucking things up. They're not alone in doing so. And they think they can just choose how things play out. They could stop us from stealing the Protectorate's brainwashing technology, which we need to improve our market share. What if this stranger aligned with the Order and that world computer of theirs? That could be the key to closing the rifts that threaten the colonies. So, you see why this menace must be wiped from the face of existence. Or,
I mean, one thing I will say about Obsidian compared to
now, let's get out there and buy our
Bethesda's
way to
Starfield,
victory.
they know how they can make a game look good.
I'm yearning and yearning for you.
I mean, they took the perfect,
My heart and
they took a good blend of Fallout and space. Whereas that's what Starfield should have been. It should have been Fallout in space, Skyrim in space. It was none of that. But they did it perfect on here. But I mean, what I played of the first one, I mean, it was great. Of course, I lost interest in it.
the cost may be high.
Could this be something absolutely different? Now, we had Avalon, was their last game was Assault, whatever it was, Avalon. I don't know. I can't remember the name of it. If you remember, I'm very bad with game names. See, that's how it is with games names; they're forgettable. But with their last game, I mean, did they put more into this than that game? I mean, it's probably a different development team at Obsidian that did this.
An adventure made for capitalism by capitalism. Inflate our impressions and egos by staying tuned after the showcase.
So showed a trailer that we're advertising for the Direct. Okay.
World premiere.
Babe, what's wrong?
I'm sorry. I've just been so depressed lately.
You know, it would fix everything. Humanzapro.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, humans are barely sentient. Scientists have done studies, and their brains are like half the size of ours.
High on life. 2, okay. But how's it going to be without Justin Roiland's involvement? You know, there was a DLC for the first one I never played. I guess that'll give you the kind of idea. Well, no, he probably would have had some involvement in that. Renaissance, a Plague Tale Legacy. Huh. Okay, interesting. Any rats? Oh, I've always wanted to play the Clear Cube game. Oh, okay. Okay, so this is going to be the portable X. Okay. This is going to be the Rock Ally Xbox edition. The one that was supposedly put on hold. My question on this is, as a Rock Ally, I've already got one. They got those funky handles on it. Is this going to play Xbox games, regular Xbox console games, or is it all going to be the Xbox PC marketplace? See, and yep, the regular. Oh, it comes in white and black. Got it.
At Xbox, we strive to put the player
what the cost
first.
on that's going to be.
And that's what you've seen from us over the years.
Range.
We've led the industry with backward compatibility. We championed crossplay and cross-progression. We delivered Game Pass, first on console, then on PC, and with cloud gaming. So what's next? How can we give you even more freedom, more choice, more ways to play? Our next step is to unify your gaming no matter where you buy or play. So we're building an Xbox experience designed for players, not locked to a single store or tied to one device. The Xbox Ally is an Xbox you can hold in your hands, bringing together the power of Xbox and the freedom of Windows. On this Xbox, you can play games across your entire library including all the Windows PC game stores, from Xbox and Battle.net to Steam, GOG, and Ubisoft Connect. And the highly anticipated Hollow Knight Silksong will be available at launch and in Game Pass when the Ally releases later this year. In fact, every new game you see in today's show will be playable on the Xbox Ally. We have always wanted you to have the unique experience of Xbox on any screen. That's why we're investing in Xbox Play Anywhere. Whether you're playing on console, PC, smart TV, or any Windows handheld like the new Xbox Ally, the Xbox experience roams with you. Your library, progression, friends, and achievements. There are over 1,000 Xbox Play Anywhere games on Xbox today. And every new game you see in today's show, from our partners and our studios, is Xbox Play Anywhere. And because it's Xbox, you can always have access to Game Pass with a diverse lineup of games from the biggest franchises to critically acclaimed indie hits. This is the freedom we believe players should have. Any game, anywhere. And we are giving it our all every day to make this vision real. But it all comes back to the games. From Dead to Rights on the original Xbox to Armored Core 6, our relationship with Bandai Namco Entertainment has stood the test of time. We both believe in bringing amazing experiences to players around the world, and their next game does exactly that. From Rebel Wolf Studio, this is a story-rich action RPG steeped in dark fantasy that I can't wait for you to explore. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the show.
So I think this was what, at the Game Awards? This is the weird vampire game, right?
Monsters have always been here, watching from the shadows. And when we were at our weakest, they came out into the light. We feared for our lives, but we should have feared for our souls instead. The vampires didn't come to kill us. No, they came to rule. To turn us into mindless, docile cattle. Not me, though. They tried to change me into one of them. But I became something else instead. Their worst nightmare. A Dawnwalker. Trapped between the two worlds. Fighting to even the score. Fighting to understand the evil behind it all.
He is out there watching.
But when does he sleep?
You growing.
Oh, we got PS5 logos in there now too? Okay, that's something they didn't do on the State of Play. The third-party stuff.
Premiere.
I mean, that really shows that they are definitely shifting away from the console. Okay. Wait. This 3D is Super Meat Boy 3D. Okay. That's what it's gonna be called. This will be
Super Meat Boy 3D.
This will be murder on my depth perception. I'd had to pass on that just because I just 3D aspect of it, and whether you do the platforming, I wouldn't make any headway on that game. That's why they're far better gamers than I.
Watch your back, Yakumo.
Oh, we got
You're a
ninja.
wanted criminal
Ninja.
now.
And platinum
I'll
game.
kill the Dark Dragon myself. It's my mission. My duty as a Raven Ninja.
Breaking the Dark Dragon free has its consequences.
This is it.
Sayori.
Ryu, there's something I need your help with.
That's a shark with his face in the mouth.
The Dark Dragon is mine.
Not bad, not bad. Now, PS5. Okay. Oh, what we got from Bethesda?
Here we go.
Gotta remind everybody we had Indiana Jones.
Indy.
What are you doing, Jones? Are you crazy?
This is where it starts. Beneath the streets of Rome. Enter the city of Antioch. Find the secret relic. Bring it back to the Holy See. Defend the secret. They worshipped the giants.
Oh, we got expansion. Okay. Fourth. That play anywhere. Is it going to be free? You got to pay for it?
World premiere.
I didn't buy the game. I played it on Game Pass. I don't want to just buy DLC and not have the actual game.
この国に輪廻の獣が現れた。輪廻の獣は汚れを吐き、あらゆる生物を蝕んだ。
Game Freak. Oh, it's not a Pokemon's.
西暦4026年、人類は滅亡を待つのみ。
Wow, that is
封じ子エマ、お前こそが
that's quite
人間
a
の獣を
that's
滅ぼ
quite,
す
a,
刃
quite
と
an
なる。
ambitious game from a company that just brought us Pokemans. But is it going to be another Souls game? Hey, that's the big trend. Everything's got to be a Souls game.
The glittering streets of Avalon sure do shine. Because they sweep their filth down to us.
Get your paper in! Who's for a paper?
Here's to playing in the mud. Life here ain't for the soft-hearted.
You will be paying me back until you fucking rust.
It ain't for the spineless.
Keep your filthy pickers off me!
And it sure as shite ain't for the decent.
That's a clean sweep for what
There has been a crime! Justice itself has been affronted! I have been burgled!
Lord Griswick.
Burgled!
I got that part. Do you know anyone who might wish you ill? We can't arrest and question everyone. Let's see if we can narrow the suspects down a bit. They were, trust your instincts, sir.
Tall.
Yes, sir.
Built rather slim, well, muscular.
Mm-hmm.
Was very quick, agile.
Go on.
With a mustache. No, larger.
I see.
Quite
Oh,
fashionable.
that's a wow. That's
the fiend who robbed me.
That's a unique
got my
way
good
of
side this
building your
time.
character. Okay, that's
Breaking in
different.
is the easy part.
Your brandy, sir.
Getting away with it is the real trick.
These candlesticks ain't gold. Worthless and dull, just like you. Nah, I have a customer. How can I help you?
I'd rather talk to you, Errol. Sounds like I'll get a better deal.
You talk to me first, and him never. Got it?
Uncle's a bit touchy, ain't he, Errol?
Touchy? I say I'm touchy! There. Anything else you'd care to say to Errol? Brains. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it.
Round here,
Weird is
it's
just
all sharp
really
edges,
weird. It's
empty
loading.
pockets, and blood on the cobbles. Goodbye, Silas.
No, no!
I'll hurt you, you fucking meatsack! I'll leave you with a pissing pan of peaches!
You'd either got a gang at your back, or a knife in it.
We're family here. Family takes care of its own.
Can't put a price on that, can you?
Them's in charge. They don't keep order. They keep power.
Take this thing into the crucible and melt it.
They just want us beaten, broken, and too scared to fight back.
I don't want to kill him!
That's why it pays to be clever and well-armed. Let's go and end a few arguments. Don't get cocky. They've got a weapon far worse. Time. And if they can rewrite history, they can rewrite us. But look who just found Mummy's keys. Now I can fiddle with time. Put the bullet back in the barrel. Bring the chaos to a crawl. Take a mistake and make it like it never happened. We can change the world as we know it. choice at a time. And I can even go back and change the past to change the future. And let me tell ya, the hunters don't like it when the rabbits got the gun.
Gnarly. Clockwork Revolution.
Now let me alone and piss off.
All right. Well, you know what? That looks very interesting.
Our creative teams are dedicated to bringing players
Booty.
award-winning, record-breaking,
Booty.
critically acclaimed games. Call of Duty, Black Ops 6 from Activision, Doom, The Dark Ages from Bethesda, Diablo 4, Vessel of Hatred from Blizzard, and Avowed from Xbox Game Studios.
That's the game,
All of our
Avowed.
teams
I
across
don't know why I
Xbox
couldn't
First
remember
Party
that.
are shipping their most played games ever, and they're also delivering more content than ever before. From original single-player experiences to vast online worlds, our teams are empowered to build the games they've always dreamed of. We want our players to have the choice and flexibility of where and how they play the games our teams make. So of course, our games will be available day one in Game Pass, and every new game we make for both Xbox consoles and PC will be Xbox Play Anywhere. On behalf of our creative teams, thank you. These experiences don't stop when you put down the controller. As you've seen in recent years, more and more of our characters, stories, and worlds are expanding to brand new audiences through TV and film. A Minecraft movie and the Fallout TV series broke records and brought millions of players into the game. We have more projects in the works as gaming continues to influence film and television like never before. When it comes to growing new franchises, Obsidian is having a year like no other. From launching a blockbuster new game like Avowed to the upcoming release of The Outer Worlds 2 this October. Obsidian is always delivering great games, and they have a third game launching this year. You'll get to go deeper on it in our Direct, but until then, let's take a look.
Third game, okay.
World premiere.
I told you, you can't run from me, you foul beast! With new flexible legs, the Yoke Girth action figure can ride anything!
Breaking news. There's been an explosion at Brook Hollow Park. Chaos descended on a ceremony commemorating the 2-year anniversary of when 4 teenagers were miniaturized against their will and left to fight for their survival in the backyard of a deranged scientist. Formerly evil company Ominent Practical Technologies was set to dedicate a statue of the 4 teenagers, fast food science robot Burgle, and Dr. Tully when an explosion erupted. Dr. Tully and the teenagers' current whereabouts are also unknown.
You gotta keep them separated.
Oh, they're doing, doing this again. Mute that a little bit because we know that's going to get some copyright right there. I mean, I've always liked the concept of this. It's that crafting stuff. I am not a big fan of the crafting stuff. And plus, when I played this the last time, Grounded, that's what it was, Grounded. When I played July 29th, really? The game preview. Okay, so they're doing the same thing like they did in the last one. It was in a beta, and then they released the full game. So they're just throwing the beta out there, all willy-nilly. Oh, I'm pretty sure it worked before. Why not try it again?
0 reached. Accessing predecessor's travel log. Attempting data salvage.
Bluer team
encountered an unprecedented orphan. It was in a state of suppressed recomposition.
The behavior pattern of the orphans populating the area is highly unusual. They become exceptionally aggressive.
It is highly recommended to proceed with caution.
They seem to act more consistently, in coordination.
Destroying the nest is now a priority.
Such is our calling.
Such is our calling.
Kronos and New Dawn. So we know Bluer Team's last game was Silent Hill 2 remake, which I don't think they ever did put that out on the Xbox. But they're gonna put Silent Hill F on the Xbox. He's defabled. Elder Scrolls Online. We'll mute that for right now. Not anything that I care about. I mean, I guess people... Now, what is it? Mounts? Or pets? Those like just pets. I mean, but if they grow to be mounts, do you ride them? Will Nintendo go after them for that? Yeah. I mean, I never even tried. Hey, we got Stalking in the chat. What's up, Stalking? Hey, Nash on the red side. Yes. Welcome to the Xbox Games Showcase. God, Jesus, freaking music. You got to play the entire song on these trailers? I wonder how many people play this game still. Because every time I turned around, I'd go to the store, there was always this game in a new box. Is this Elder Scrolls? This is Elder Scrolls Online. Seasons of the Worm Cult. You get pets.
World premiere.
Mayday! Mayday! Hold one to mission control. We're falling.
Well, I mean, the woman is driving, so would I expect any less?
The ship's breaking apart.
Joke.
There's no time.
Talking says Elder Scrolls is garbage, same shit, rinse and repeat. Well, especially the online.
Ariane, you sacrificed everything for a new world to save
I mean,
mankind.
I was still surprised they're still doing Guild Wars 2. I didn't think that they were still doing that. But hey, if you just joining in, I mean, you missed a couple of things. Like they're gonna do an Indiana Jones expansion apparently. Ah, mountain climbing. Like I said, Elder Scrolls is as bad as shovelware when we were kids. Yeah. I mean, Bethesda is one of those companies I think they feel when it comes to those games that they can't do no wrong. But hey, look at Fallout 76. They did wrong with that. And then Starfield. God, I can never. That game's so irrelevant. I can't remember the name of it. They did wrong with that. The only difference is we found some gems and shovelware.
Wherever you are,
Helion.
I'll find you.
That, no. Like I says, I'm cool with Indiana Jones as long as they keep it time appropriate and try not to do the woke shit. It is still time appropriate, it looks like. You go into Italy and it looks like you're going after religious artifacts. Why you don't open the door during the day. European Space Agency. Ah, government backed.
World premiere.
Welcome to England, Mr. David. I know this must be a shock, having never met your real father, but he left you this hotel in his will. It's been in your family for generations, much like the caretaker. He's a little eccentric. You'll see.
Let me welcome you to the grand.
What in the hell is this?
Famous across the land. Every room used to be in such high demand. Your wish I'll command here at the Grand.
Well, hello there. It looks like you're about to do some renovations. Would you like some help with that?
Yeah, of course.
So my father was renovating the hotel when he disappeared?
Not just the hotel. He was helping the entire village. You have his power tools. You know, you could pick up where he left off. You seem like a good man, like he was.
I'm in. They don't suspect a thing.
Just make sure the locals don't get wind of what you're really up to. Because if they find out, they will Wicker Man your ass.
You keep looking into things, and things are gonna start looking back. Don't make the same mistake your father made. In this place, the only one you can really trust is me.
Hey, you kill it with knowledge. Just throw books at it. There are no ghosts at the Grand. Friday, Sunday. That studio sounds familiar and not in a good way. But that was strange. I mean, strange enough maybe to pick up and try it out.
There are as many gods in the world as there are
Remember, as I've been saying the entire week, when it comes to these big game releases, I'll take them with a pinch of salt.
Who would have guessed the defender of my homeland could be my daughter?
She unlocked the heavenly spear, but is she worthy?
You can't rule if the heavenly spear is mine.
Yay, good for that one.
주권
Hey,
국가의
give me
자주적
just a second.
결정은
Something's going on. I'll be right back.
만약 이 결정이 패권 국가의 특정 정치 집단의 이익을 저해한다면 당신의 특정 행동이 대중의 의사결정에 영향을 미칠 수 있으며 반대로 누군가는 당신의 의사결정에 영향을 주려 한다는 것을 인지할 때 자신만의 온전한 입장을 세울 수 있지 않을까.
Alright, the damnedest
당신의
thing
입장은
just
온전한
happened.
본인의 판단인가.
For some reason, I'm listening in
그렇게 믿고 있거나
a song is playing in the living room. And I don't know how, unless my smart speaker in here picked up something that thought it said play music, and it's playing like a rock version of the Final Fantasy VII theme in the living room. It is like the strangest thing. Game. Sneak.
당신은 무엇 때문에 분노하는가?
I mean, I have to admit, I don't know what this
당신의
is.
분노는 스스로 결정한 것인가?
It looks good.
누군가 당신의 분노를 이용한다. 지정태.
Moodang! Not exactly the Moodang game I was thinking about. Moodang!
World premiere.
That one looked nice. It looked nice.
E ora Olaiem loite fatili.
Got us our
Novo.
indie game.
Te kemaite mana.
Oh, aliens are carrying them off to turn them into like
Dia
lubricant for the gears.
Novo tua libemo iwa lotaname. Ona utalima di efemo. Teonami. Toma tua calio, terali.
Old man got slapped across the face with a stick. Fallout 76. Pete, still doing this.
Well, hello there. Beautiful day to relax by the old fishing hole, wouldn't you say? When it comes to fishing, Appalachia is a land aswim with opportunity.
Oh, so the countdown
Yes, you'll
screen makes
find
a
fish
lot
of all
of sense
flavors
now.
in every walk of waterway, from its mightiest of rivers to its humblest of ponds. Just step up to the bank, cast your line, and when your bobber starts bobbing, reel in the rewards.
What do you got on there, Jed?
Worms.
And how are they biting today?
See for yourself.
Bagging the big fish starts with finding the right tools for the job. There are as many unique combinations of rods, reels, bobbers, and baits as there are fish in the sea. And when you've caught your fill, pop over to the local tackle shop to swap fish tails.
Can you smell that? No matter what troubles plague the future wastelands of Appalachia, you can always find
I'm
comfort
glad
in
we've gotten to
cozy
the
little
point
joys
in
like
certain
this.
games where this is a big
You just gotta
deal.
know where to look.
You can fish.
Vault Life is your ticket to easy living. Design and build your own little slice of paradise. A place to show off all the bits and bobs you collect in your travels. Got a green thumb? Plant your own peaceful vegetable garden. And nothing warms the heart like a neighborhood cookout.
Ah, community makes a wasteland a waste home. Join today, and tomorrow you'll be kicking back and sharing a meal with friends in beautiful Appalachia.
Go fission. Oh, that's clever.
World premiere.
So let Marina rise overdrive. I know nothing of this. Four-player co-op, and they're all the same avatar. They're the same character.
World premiere.
This is Pal World. No, it is not. What is this? Oh, this is Pal World. No, maybe not. I don't know. Animo. Oh, well, you know, there was a mount riding a human, so Nintendo, you're gonna go after him or what?
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I just want to say thanks to everyone for all the love and support we've seen since we announced Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 a few months ago. These games have changed my life, but more than that, I've seen them help spread a love and appreciation for skating all over the world, and that means everything to me and the team. I can't wait for you all to experience the game. It's been rebuilt with so much care and attention to detail.
Yeah,
with
don't
some
put
brand
Bam
new parts,
Margera in this
new
game,
music,
we're
new
not releasing
skaters,
it.
and more. And you can enjoy it all with your friends with up to 8 players in multiplayer. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 officially drops July 11th, and we have a lot more surprises to come. Check out the launch trailer now.
They had to make compromises to this game because of, I think, Force Upworld or something.
Watch it, mate.
Yeah, they had to put Bam in the trailer. Yeah, yeah. Oh, they shadow dropped the demo. Okay. They had to make sure to put that in there. Like, no, no, no. Bam Margera is in the game. Here he is. It's Bam Margera. Muffins. Oh, gross. Okay, Fate's End. There we go. On everything. Yeah, I haven't noticed anything saying Switch 2 yet. Especially those little like low budget games. Those would be ideal for the Switch 2. Gears remake.
Look who decided to show up.
Think you can still find your way back home, Phoenix?
Wait, cross progression, so that means if you play it on PS5 and then go over to the Xbox, your progression will go over to there?
Looks like they upgraded. Closure, baby! Let's do this. This is gonna be awesome. Form up!
I would say August for that. Okay.
World premiere.
I see the multiplayer making a big comeback on that. Because now that if you can play it on PlayStation and all the PlayStation people that never played Gears, yeah, there's gonna be a big multiplayer on that. Remake. Hey! What do you know?
The Smugglers League is always there. But you won't see us. You won't hear us. And the only way you'd ever know it is if that's what we wanted. As smugglers, we deal in the goods others are afraid to handle. Guns, explosives.
And don't forget the rum.
It's a life of danger like no other. So I guess my question is, can you handle that?
Getting your hands on gold is one thing, but you should know that this is what we're really after. The bigger the boom, the better. Smugglers need to be adaptable. It's more than moving under moonlight and shadows. You should be ready to take advantage of others' misfortune. Stealing, of course, is always an option. Just do whatever it takes to get the job done. You are pirates, after all.
Welcome, my friends, to the Smugglers League.
Purely accidental.
You're paying for that.
World premiere.
Oh wow, they exploited it.
This is ridiculous. Please, come on.
Oh, what the fuck?
Had enough yet?
No, Dad, not even close.
They gotta do that. That weird low frame rate animation where it just doesn't look smooth at all. It's awful looking. I don't know why these animators keep doing this. It just doesn't look
I
right.
had to do this. Accept our rule or die.
I know they're trying to replicate stop motion, but Jesus fucking Christ, it is awful looking.
I'm not your son anymore. I'm the guy who's going to throw you off this planet for good. I trusted you!
Okay, it's a fighting game. All right. That looks better.
All right, coming through.
Let's do this! Gotcha!
Come here. Need a hand? Might want to look up.
I'm up! See how you like this? It's an army!
I am ending you. I see it all now.
So we had Marvel on one end of the spectrum, and then we got Invincible on the other one. So well, let's Marvel versus Capcom, Mortal Kombat with Invincible. God, how old is this fucking game? Remake Intergrade.
I'm here to even the odds. Any objections?
Know your place, little lamb. There's no one to save you now.
I mean, it's coming to Switch, it's coming to Xbox. The game is fucking old.
No flames are our own, and they blood has won.
Come to me, Ifrit!
Valisthea cannot endure a second claim upon her.
That Final Fantasy 16?
But she may yet be saved by you.
Wait. Final Fantasy 16 is to... Wait. No, Final Fantasy 16's already been out, right? That came out in 2023. Oh yeah, that's right. Final Fantasy 16 was the one that didn't do all that high. I thought that was already on Xbox. It was on PC, but it was on PlayStation. Oh, I remember because they had all this talk about maybe it's not a good idea to put some of these bigger games as just exclusives, and it didn't sell all that high. Well, I mean, I guess 2 years is better late than never. And then Final Fantasy VII. How? honest with you. How old is that game? That game is 4 years old and it's just now making it on Xbox and Switch. I'm sorry, that is just absolutely ridiculous.
Games like Psychonauts 2 showed how Double Fine excels at creating unique and innovative experiences. And Keeper is no exception.
No fancy t-shirt
Looking
tees
ahead,
and something there, Phil
next
Spencer?
year marks 25 years of Xbox. It's a big milestone for the platform and franchises that you helped build and make popular. We couldn't have done this without everyone who's been with us on this journey. As we think about bringing a new generation of players to these iconic franchises, I'm excited to share that players will get to celebrate 25 years of Xbox with a new Fable, the next Forza, Gears of War E-Day, and the return of a classic that's been with us since the beginning. Today, you've seen an incredible range of games from creators across the globe. Creators like In Exile, reaching for new heights with Clockwork Revolution. Sluggerfly, making Team Meat's modern classic platformer into 3D. Square Enix, bringing more of the critically acclaimed Final Fantasy franchise to our players. And Team Ninja, returning to the beloved series they debuted on Xbox.
Really?
You've also seen the next Xbox
stuff,
hardware release,
I think
our Xbox Ally
that have
handheld,
wanted to play it, they
which
played
lets
it on
you bring
PS5 and
your
PC
Xbox
already.
experience and your library with you anywhere. I hope you enjoyed the breadth and depth of the games, updates, and experiences that are coming to Xbox from our partners and our own creative teams. We're seeing more players on our platform and in our games than ever, thanks to all of you. We're proud of the creativity that Obsidian is delivering this year. Immediately after Showcase, our Direct begins, where you'll go inside the studio for an extended look at The Outer Worlds 2 and Grounded 2. Thanks for joining us today. But before we get into the Direct, we have a final world premiere. Enjoy.
World premiere.
Okay, it's not what I think it is. It's not Call of Duty.
Welcome to the Guild. We have been expecting you. Please, follow me. You already know us as a global tech leader. Our software, our systems, combined with our skilled team, is designed to save lives. Your years of service have shown you the importance of our work. Here, you'll witness the global scope of that mission in
Hey,
action.
it's the guy from
Let me
Heroes.
introduce you to our esteemed visionary.
Milo
For too long, we have been bound by outdated systems, accepting limitations instead of redefining them. The Guild is safeguarding tomorrow, now. We are pioneering the future of protection worldwide. Our advancements are designed to elevate everyday life, reshaping the future of technology on a global scale. I'm Emma Kagan, CEO of the Guild.
Fear is a powerful thing. David Mason. Menendez.
Okay, it is Call of Duty. Black Ops 7? Alright, who's developing it? Because if that's Sledgehammer, that has got Call of Duty, what is it? Infinite and Advanced Wars written all over it. What? There's a reason why they called it Black Ops 7, because they want people to buy it. If they deviate it from a popular name, it wouldn't sell. It really did a good job of throwing you off.
Welcome to Obsidian Entertainment. We here at the studio have joked around that this has been the year of Obsidian, with Avowed releasing early this year and now ending the year with 2 more games. And what better way to cap this incredible year for us than by doing what our studio does best, sequels.
Step away from touring the Tenacious
Thank you
D.
so much. No, you're doing great. You nailed it.
Do some
The
game
sequel
development.
is the lifeblood of every great franchise. Think about it. The original creates the world and builds fandom, but the sequel, that's what makes it worth remembering. No sequel, no hoverboard. No sequel, no dual SMGs. No sequel, no raccoon tail. No sequel, no Zune 2, which doesn't really exist, but I wish it had.
There was a Zune 2.
There was a Zune 2? I'm Mark, the head of sequels here at Obsidian, and I have sequelized everything. Blockbuster movies
No, you're
to
not.
AAA
You're the
video
dude
games
that's
to my
Sonic
first
the
marriage,
Hedgehog.
So trust me, I know what I'm doing. Come along on this journey with me. Part 2.
Let the killing commence.
The Outer Worlds 2 is
There
a
was a
sequel to
Zoom
The Outer
2.
Worlds 1.
I forgot all about
a
it.
continuation of the themes of robber barons in space and how people are controlled by the stories they're told by the people who have power over them. This time we're able to go a lot deeper because we have more time and money, which is a great thing. And we're able to make
Yeah,
it
it
a
was-
much more true Obsidian reactive RPG than we were the first time around.
Let's talk about that money.
So we're going deeper and more complex with everything for this sequel. Deeper story, lore, RPG interactions, reactivity, all the things we've been known for as a company. It's really a complete realization of everything people want from an Obsidian game. Surprisingly, this is the first time in over 25 years that I've had the chance to do a full sequel for a world that I helped co-create. It's really just a fantastic opportunity to explore and expand the universe in interesting ways, and to go even further with the themes of how people are affected by living in a dystopian corporate reality.
You can shoot your way through it, you can talk your way through it, you can sneak your way through it. And so no matter what kind of play style that you like, this is just an awesome franchise and an awesome game to jump into, even if it's your first one.
The first Outer Worlds was a great base to start from, as it has all the elements of a great Obsidian RPG. Interesting characters, deep worlds, important choices. In the Outer Worlds 2, not only did we want to double down on those elements, but we wanted to give players even more of it.
We've also put a lot of investment into skills and traits that impact things like combat, conversations, and areas that we call RPG interactions, which are the part of the world where players can use their specific skills, perks, and backgrounds to solve problems in unique ways in our new, bigger worlds.
I love a deep RPG experience, and building out that RPG crunchiness for our players was at the forefront of what we set out to create. We prioritize those deeper RPG options with different character builds and combos so players can express their role-playing power fantasies. We also have different equipment options for different playstyles. and different companions with different abilities. In the first Outer Worlds, you start off as the Stranger, which was basically a blank slate to build on top of with various attribute points that would begin to define your personal experience in the game. You can make any kind of character you want, but we've given you a role. That role is an Earth Directorate agent. You can think of them as kind of like space cowboys or space sky marshals. The good guys that go into places and kind of fix everything that's wrong. You're gonna be one of those. But we don't tell you why you joined the Earth Directorate. There could have been a lot of different reasons, right? It could have been because you're an actual lawbringer and you want to go in there and spread law throughout the galaxy. It could be that you're a roustabout and you just had nothing better to do. After you pick your background, one of the really important choices you have next is choosing your traits.
I have nothing better to do.
While we had attributes in the first Outer Worlds, we've leaned into traits for the Outer Worlds too, which are these big changes to your character depending on which ones you pick. So it could be something like Brilliant, where you can tag extra skills and you start getting extra skill points. And that's obviously really great if that's how you want to build your character. You can also go and do something like Lucky, where you get extra critical chance, and you also get a lot of really cool options throughout the game as well. Of course, we brought back Dumb, so players love the Dumb option.
Tell me, do you believe in signs? Not quite what I meant, but I like your contempt for boundaries. I could put your adventure spirit to good use.
And you get like lots of really cool, fun conversation options in the game, but we took that even further. And again, there's lots of elements in the game where you can be dumb and use that for something. Could be something as simple as banging on a machine to get it to work. After you've invested in some of your traits, your next choices are going to be choosing your skills. The skills themselves basically allow you to build on your playstyle and what your character is doing in the game. That will be everything from playing stealthily to speccing for an explosive specialty.
Oh, yep. Doing some
Throughout your
Batman,
entire journey, your character continues to change with the different choices you make. In the Outer Worlds 1, it actually had more skills than we have, so we condensed them down to really the core and essence of what we really wanted there. But we made each point that you put into a skill much more impactful. So instead of getting small percentage changes, we actually did much larger changes per point that you put into each skill. And again, all these things, because of how they're checked inside the world itself, can matter quite a bit. You know, just even having one additional skill point in something can open up a lot more options in the world itself. If anybody's played Fallout New Vegas, they'll be very familiar with like the perk system. We basically borrowed that, but went even grander. We actually have more perks than Fallout New Vegas did.
You are all
but here's the cool thing,
you
right?
are owned by the same
company. Use
company.
perks for literally everything,
I'm
right? So you
sure
can do
that
everything
there's no
from, hey, I want to make a stealthy build
mechanics
that
between
steals
the
stuff
games
and is really
between
good at that.
companies anymore.
Okay, great. Well, you can take maybe the pickpocketing perk. So that's not available to everybody, but if you select that, now you can actually go around and steal things out of people's pockets. There's another perk called heavy-handed, right? Where say you're a melee person, what this does is now your power attacks that you use actually knock people down.
Oh man, I really like the serial killer perk. As you start killing people, they will drop hearts. And you can take those hearts, and essentially you're taking these trophies, you could say, and it's actually giving you a permanent health bonus every time you do it. We have this perk called Assassin. Now, this is an early game perk that you can take, which every time you stealth attack an enemy, you're actually gonna get a movement bonus for a certain amount of time.
Well, is that really a stealth attack? I mean, I'm pretty sure he saw
Claws
you
were a system
crawling
that
up,
everybody loved from the
knifing him
first
in the
game,
crotch.
but we wanted to make it more personal to the player. We wanted it to really reflect how you were playing the game and give you a bonus that you actually wanted to really engage with.
With the flaw system returning, we knew we needed to go bigger, better, and more real than ever before. So, we turned to the team. I told them, no bad ideas. Give me what you got. Okay, we need more flaws. We need them to be real. I want to put them in the game, so give me something. Inspiration. What's wrong with you?
Oh, I have bad knees.
You have bad knees? They hurt when you walk a lot?
Yes.
When you walk too much, they hurt?
No cartilage.
Sounds boring. Makes you sound like a boring person, but it's in the game.
I know it.
It's a good flaw. What about you?
I like to take small things sometimes.
So you're stealing.
No, I'm taking.
When do you give them back?
I don't.
Claire. Yeah, you shouldn't be stealing. What are you doing? You shouldn't be stealing, Claire.
Tiny crimes.
Tiny crimes? Did you hear the second part, though? It's a
Okay,
crime.
that was funny. Tiny crimes.
You're stealing. Claire, it's wrong. You can't steal things, okay? But it's an amazing flaw, and I'm putting it in the game. But you're a bad person. And are you the one that took my stapler?
Do you need it?
Yeah. Give it back.
Okay.
Please. You, what do we got? Flaw.
I like to stare at the sun.
How long did you stare at the sun?
Just lunch break.
An hour?
Oh, I only get 30. You guys get an hour?
I get an hour.
Oh. Makes me feel energized.
How many fingers am I hold up?
3?
No. Anything else? We'll put it in the game. We'll put it in the game because I feel bad for you. Anything else?
One of my favorite flaws is something called bad knees. It will actually give you the option to take this flaw that'll make it so that you move faster throughout the game. But the problem is, anytime you stand up, your knees are going to make a loud popping noise that makes it so that, well, everyone around you is going to hear you.
There's one called Kleptomaniac. This is really interesting because what it does is when you steal something, you can actually sell it for more bits than normal. And like that sounds really great. The drawback is sometimes when you're looking at things in the world that are owned by somebody else, you'll automatically steal them. So you have to be very careful about how you use them.
One of our more wacky perks is the Sun Gazer Flaw, and it just gives everyone cataracts while playing their game. So everything becomes like light shafts and blooms and hazes, and makes the game pretty unplayable if you happen to choose that perk.
Why would anybody choose that?
If you happen to be the type of player that habitually reloads your weapons like I do, well, you'll be offered the flaw of over-prepared. Now, you'll get larger magazine sizes on all of your weapons, but if you ever fully empty your magazine, you're gonna take a debuff for a while. While we support options like being a gunslinger who wants to key into destructive weapons, or a rogue who wants to alpha strike their enemies before they know what hit them, we also allow for a lot of fun and experimental builds. You can be a mad scientist who utilizes gadgets and wacky science weapons and armors, or even a psychopath who gains permanent bonuses to health by murdering their friends.
Nothing shows the impact of these character build options better than, in my opinion, the bridge area, which has a quest you get early on in Paradise Island. Not only do you kind of encounter this very early, and it's a very core one to the story, but it really expresses our philosophy of allowing the player to solve problems in a bunch of ways. So you may solve it by speech options. You may talk to them and maybe have to go do a quest for them and really kind of prove that you're a friend of the Protectorate to get by.
I may have need of your help, stranger, if you are ready to seize an opportunity to show fealty to the Protectorate.
You could go guns blazing and you could just take everyone out inside the POI, lower the bridge itself, and kind of get across. You could sneak in, lower the bridge, and then actually sneak in under the bridge to get over to the other side. You can bypass the bridge entirely if you found like certain gadgets, like the shield gadget that protects you from poison gas as you go across, or the double jump boots, which kind of allow you to jump across the chasm and get across that way. There's even a really kind of messed up way, right? Which is players can actually sacrifice one of their companions. The companion who they just found is part of.
We're no different than the Breeze if we start tossing our own to the rats. I sure as law ain't gonna follow someone who can't see the wrong in it.
I must admit, I'm surprised we could come to an understanding. But I thank you for your loyalty, stranger. As promised, you shall have clearance to cross this bridge.
It's such a fun quest, but again, it really showcases that we want you to be able to solve this in whatever way you want to. When you build your character your way, we're there for you. We really want you to have the experience that you want to have out of this. From
From the very beginning of our discussions about the Outer Worlds, we really knew we wanted every game to take place in a different colony. This lets us expand on all aspects of the universe. Every colony can be its own thing with its own flavor, and we can center them around anything we want. Any ideas or setting we're interested in. Arcadia is an isolated colony with abundant resources, and it's run by an authoritarian faction called the Protectorate. Their dictatorship is thematically based around the question of how much freedom people will give up for security and luxury. For Protectorate subjects, unfortunately, that answer is everything. The Protectorate is also incredibly wealthy because it was founded by the inventor of the skip drives, which are the Outer World's faster-than-light engines. But those skip drives are starting to cause rifts in space-time, which are cutting off all the other colonies on Earth from being able to trade with each other. The Order of the Ascendant is an offshoot of the Order of Scientific Inquiry from the original game, and like them are a science-based religion with the same goal of solving the universal equation, which will allow them to predict and alter the future to the benefit of all mankind. They used to be part of the Protectorate, but they split off to focus on solving the equation for the good of everyone, not as a way to simply control the masses. The player's been sent to Arcadia as an Earth Directorate agent to find out how the skip drives are causing the rifts and what can be done to stop them. Each of the factions have their own solutions to the rift problem and their own goals. The Protectorate wants to close them to protect their legacy as the inventor of the drives and their wealth. The Order wants to close them not only for the good of everyone, but also because they're complicating the math they're using to solve the universal equation. And Antes just wants to be able to open and close them at will to control all the trade routes between the colonies. In addition to expanding the themes and lore of the Outer Worlds, we're also expanding the humor, so each faction has its own flavor of absurdity. Anti's Choice is a merger between Anti-Cleo and Spacer's Choice from the original game, and there are corporate representatives in the Outer Worlds too. They've invaded Arcadia to liberate their resources for all of humanity, at a profit, of course.
One of my favorite things from Fallout New Vegas is the radio system. It was just iconic for me, and I wanted to make sure that the Outer Worlds 2 had that. So we actually built out 3 different radio stations, one for each of the major factions. You also have a ton of music. Each station might have, like, I think 20 tracks of unique music that we've made for it. It's a lot of stuff. But the really cool part about this entire thing is that we actually put a lot of reactivity into the radio. So it will respond to the things that are going on around the world that you've been interacting with. So if you go into a location, let's say you solve a problem for the Protectorate folks, if you listen to the Protectorate radio station, they're going to be cheering you on as a hero.
Wonderful news, everyone. The Zeranium gas leaks at the Automech repair facility, strongly believed to be caused by Anti's Choice malefactors, have been corrected.
Some hotshot for hire just managed to fix the electrum leak in their repair facility. Now, I'm not saying we caused it in the first place, but we sure like the idea of all those broken automechanicals and all the excessive gasping and choking involved.
The factions and companions are great examples of how we're going deeper and more complex this time around. They're integrated into the game's storyline much more than we did on the first Outer Worlds, and like with everything else in the game, they have a lot more reactivity. There are 6 companions in the Outer Worlds too. As usual, each has their own quest lines, but this time they are also connected to a different faction and have character arcs that the player can affect through their choices. Your first companion is Niles. He's another Earth Directorate agent like you, and he's looking for your help to decide whether he wants to become an even better agent or to turn his back on the Earth Directorate completely. There's also a somewhat cute Automech support drone that is basically Niles' helper. Her name is Val. Marisol is part of the Order of the Ascendant, and she's an aging but still deadly assassin. That's right, she's a deadly mathematician who may or may not have some unfinished business to attend to with the player's help. There's also a cultist named Azza, who is part of a sub-faction that worships the rifts, and in her case, violence in general. You can choose to either turn her away from overt violence or support her chaotic and dangerous tendencies. At one time, Anti's Choice had a program to graft soldiers with animal parts to make them more formidable. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work, and most of them are now dead. There's a combat medic who survived, however, named Inez, and she wants the player to help her fix her graft, among other things. Finally, there's Tristan. He's a Protectorate arbiter who is judge, jury, and executioner all rolled into one heavily armored package. It is your choice to either help him judge wrongdoers or show him what true justice looks like.
We definitely have reactivity in the game based on how you've been treating your companions. I won't reveal the end of the game, but let's say if you have not been treating them well, you will find out at the end of the game what that means.
Oh, they turn on
Companions
you. Okay,
are a very, very important part of merchandising, because that's the real beauty of the sequel. We're talking merch, baby. It is the lifeblood. It is what fuels us. Do you want to see some of my ideas? Hop, hop. Check this out. Gen Alpha loves body pillows, especially ones that look like human beings for some reason, right? Who needs a significant other when you could have a knife-wielding space psycho up in your sheets, huh? What do they do with them when they get them, huh? Maybe a little napping, maybe a little snuggling, maybe a little nut.
The visuals of the first Outer Worlds depicted a frontier colony in space. The Outer Worlds 2 is driven by an invasion of the Arcadia colony system by Auntie's Choice, which shifts the visuals to be more reminiscent of a World War I-like setting
We'll be right back
in
and we'll let
space.
this play.
That evolution is seen across all aspects of the game, starting with the factions. How do you militarize everything, including extreme capitalists or math-crazed scientists? In a World War I setting, war comes with propaganda. The Sovereign uses it to maintain control. Auntie's Choice uses it to help their bottom line. The Order just wants to show how it exists within the grand plan. We want players to feel like Arcadia is a living, breathing place scarred by a long-standing war. Fairfield, one of the first towns you encounter, was once under Protectorate control, but has recently been taken over by Auntie's Choice. They don't just occupy the town, they rebrand it with their signature style, repainting buildings, posting guards, and adding propaganda-based holograms featuring Auntie and the Moon Man. Showing the towns evolving after the invasion helps us push immersion for our players. One of our priorities in visually realizing the world of the Outer Worlds 2 was making sure everything is clear and recognizable from the player standpoint. We want to make sure each faction has a particular look and design. So when the player is running across these vast, different environments and landscapes, they're recognizing the motifs and visuals of who they're talking to, what they're going to be talking about, and how that progresses throughout the story. The first Outer Worlds was really about player interfacing with corporations. And while we have that in the Outer Worlds 2, we really want to express not just the corporations, but how the player interacts with other facets of the world, like government entities or religious structures. And then we elaborate on those.
With larger environments, we wanted to encourage exploration by improving player mobility across the board. Now you can run, slide, double jump, mantle, and parkour your way through all of the nooks and crannies of these worlds. It really allows the player to just explore and have fun finding really cool stuff.
We've aimed to make everything in the Outer Worlds
All right,
better
what did I
from top
miss?
to bottom.
Probably
The
nothing
RPG
important.
elements were the start, but that's touched our story, our art, and especially our gameplay. A good sequel is true to the original. That's first and foremost, right? Like, we all want to add in a bunch of things as you're making a sequel, right? We want to make it bigger and better in every way. That's what we were trying to do here. And I thought, we did not need this consultant. We've made enough sequels. We understand how to do this. And I will say, I don't think it's been entirely successful.
I am very proud of the combat improvements we have made in the Outer Worlds 2, thanks to my patented combat system. You may be thinking to yourself, it can't be that good? Shush, what are you even talking about? You haven't seen it yet. Watch this. Put a helmet on, because I'm about to blow all of your minds with my COMBAT system, combat system. My name is Mark, I'm the head of sequels. Shall we begin? You're thinking, what's C for? C, capitalize the fact that the people loved the first game. We're gonna take those people, we're gonna make them buy the sequel, giving out pounds, pounds, pounds. Quick ones, ha, ha, not you, Dev. Here we go. What comes after C? O. Optimize for player satisfaction. I am terrified of online gamers, okay? I want to make them happy. So let's, okay? All right. Mobilize the players so they're ready for that sweet, sweet pre-order. Clap with me. Sweet, sweet. If you don't have rhythm, Brandon, just say it. Sweet, sweet pre-order. Everybody has a different rhythm, and it's blowing mine. And here we go. B, burglarize. What is this? It's basically just finding new ways to loot dead bodies. You know what I mean? Right, Otis? Okay, well, it's a big part of the game. A, you gotta agonize about how many people are gonna be angry that we have just put so much combat into this thing and almost no romance at all. We should look at ourselves. What is wrong with us, huh? We can't have one love story in this? How many people have been in love? Raise your hands. Raise your hand if you're in love. Okay, are you lying?
I have a wife.
Put your hand down. T, toi. In French, that means two, sequel.
I think that means 3.
Okay, you're getting ahead of yourself. Come on. Claire. We're on 2. And how do we end it? Anything is possible. And we've established that we're the best there is, and there's no sequel better than us. And if I could just say one more thing, thank you very much. I know I've kind of changed the world of video games today.
For The Outer Worlds 2, we wanted to improve gunplay in every way. We focused on improving the feel of each weapon, the way a weapon snaps into ADS, the way recoil feels when firing, and how impactful our sound effects really sell the weapon's fantasy, to things like how unique reload animation can add a lot of character to each weapon. We've increased the variety of weapons by including new weapon types, but also through a host of fun and unique weaponry. We have things like the Bourse Blaster that fires out tumors that can explode like grenades.
Gross.
Or can even be eaten by the player for additional health.
Ew.
We have a weapon called Rookie's Reward that will actually level up the more you use it throughout the game. And every time it levels up, it's got fun fanfare where it's like shooting out confetti and it's got a fun little setup. We have a really fun weapon called the Pop-Up Gun. It fires out ad drones that will distract your enemies with corporate ads, slogans, and jingles. While your enemies are distracted, you can focus fire on them or explode these drones for additional damage. New to The Outer Worlds 2 are throwables. So you can use frag grenades to flush out enemies, smoke grenades to camouflage and escape, distraction devices to bait enemies into a stealth attack, and even science grenades that will levitate enemies, allowing you to fire upon them while they float helplessly. And of course, science weapons are back. We have returning favorites, like the Shrink Ray. This time it's been upgraded, so you can shrink your enemy down to the size of a sprat and run over them, exploding them into bits.
The Shrink Ray, that was probably my favorite one from the first game, so we brought it into the second game, but we improved it though. So instead of shrinking your enemies for a short period of time and having them re-expand, this time they stay shrunk, and we actually added in the ability to step on them and kind of squish them and kick them, because we knew that that was the player fantasy. We knew that's what everybody wanted to do. They wanted to step on the enemies, they wanted to kick them, so we made sure to double down on that stuff.
In addition to things like our returning favorites, we also have some really fun and unique new science weapons. One of them is called the Armageddon. This one's really cool because it actually shoots out these masses that are like these little arms that will stick to people or cover or all kinds of different things, and they will continue to just hit them until they get destroyed. And we have another one that's just super cool called the Spectrum Dance Saber. This is a melee weapon that actually lets you attack to a musical beat. And if you continue to do that, you'll actually get additional bonuses each hit you do. One of my personal favorite weapons is called the Big Bang. It's just a big freaking gun that uses material harvested from rifts to shoot out a giant ball of energy, vaporizing everything in its path. Now, ammo's extremely rare for this weapon, but you can use it in just the right situation to devastating effects.
Like another great one is Gary. If you wear Gary, he will lash out at your opponents as you're walking through combat. So we even have science armors, and we've really kind of shown off what we thought was really great for the player from a science perspective.
Gross.
We're all about letting people play the game their way. There are some players who prefer to be immersed in a first-person view, taking in all of the details. But there are others who really prefer to take the world in from a third-person perspective. Why not allow both? Well, now you can swap between the two, letting you enjoy the experience in whatever way you like. One of the things I really like about having the third-person mode is being able to see all of the fun and unique armors and armor combinations and weapons that you can equip your player with. All of the actions that you could do in first person, so you're double jumping around, you get to see your character in that way, and you get to take in the world and see things in a different light.
The Outer Worlds 2 is really the biggest game we've ever made. Bigger choices, more reactivity, more weapons, more things to find in each of the worlds the players can visit. The team has done incredible work bringing the Outer Worlds 2 to life.
Jesus Christ.
And we can't wait for you to play it.
Peeing?
Even though we've always been a multi-project studio, this is going to be the first time we've ever released 3 games in 1 year. It feels amazing to do. We're so excited for more people to be playing our games.
Or it's either that or
It is
Microsoft
truly
cracking the
an
whip.
exciting time here at Obsidian. We're exploring worlds big and small while expanding on franchises that we've created, and we have no plans to slow down. We hope you all continue to come along with us as we do what we do best, make your worlds your way.
With The Outer Worlds 2, we're all about the best place to play, which is also the promise of Xbox. You can play The Outer Worlds 2 on this Xbox, but it may be hard to play it when you're staring at all these beautiful holes. Let's cut that. You can play The Outer Worlds 2 on this Xbox. Oh yeah, now that's Microsoft. Or you can take a phone call on this Xbox, then play The Outer Worlds 2 right after. Excuse me, I'm getting a call. Hello? What am I doing? I'm playing The Outer Worlds. Hello? Yeah, this is Mark. I didn't know I had jury duty today. You could play The Outer Worlds 2 on this Xbox, but it takes 2 people to lug around safely. We're gonna go up to my apartment, okay? And this is an Xbox you actually wear that also plays The Outer Worlds 2. What do you think, Claire?
This is amazing.
Are you playing?
I think so.
Fantastic. So now this is actually not an Xbox, so you cannot play The Outer Worlds 2 on it. Can't play anything on this. I guess Bread. You ever play Bread where you take it out of one slot, put it in the other? I don't have friends. If you pre-order the premium edition now, you'll get early access, which is like a prequel to the sequel, or is launch the sequel to the pre-order, or like, why are any of us alive at any time? It doesn't matter. Either way, my job here is done. It's time for the Grounded 2 portion of the Direct, which is sort of like the sequel to the Outer Worlds 2 portion of the Direct, which I absolutely just hit a home run with. You know, it's really nice to see my influence go on to other games. Take it away, team.
Yeah, we're not gonna cover that because it's not something that I wanted to talk about
Exit?
because I was just assuming that it was just gonna be that, but they tricked you into getting into a Direct for that. So, all right, so we're just gonna end it right there. So, what did everybody think about the game showcase? Whoops. Grab the controller. I got too much shit on this desk over here. Overall, I think as compared to some of the other presentations so far, there were, in my opinion, there were a few more games that caught my eye a little bit more. It still really bothers me that they are making such a big deal about 2 games, 2 Final Fantasy games that took forever, that are they're 2 and 4 years old, finally coming to the Xbox. But I guess people will play it, but I still think the people that have played it already have played it on PC and PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 4. So I don't know. I don't know how many people are going to end up playing those games at all. I mean, for somebody like me that has both systems or all the systems, I have a way of playing it. I just never had an interest to play in it. But we'll see in the next couple of days to see what the reactions would be, at least to Final Fantasy 16, because Final Fantasy 16 did not do well at all. So we'll see if anybody's going to be up and playing those. Well, all right, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. As soon as I turn this off, I'm going right over to Kick and Twitch, and we're going to go ahead and get started on Black Myth Wukong on there. So if you like to, go ahead and join me over there. It's Nash Thunderclap. It'll be on the socials. And I'm going to go ahead and do my plugs real quick, and we're going to end it right here. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to me on Kick. Subscribe to me on Twitch. Subscribe to me right here on youtube.com/@NashThunderclapLive. And my gaming channel, Nash Thunderclap. I'm on all the socials. Instagram, Facebook, Zitter. That's where you get all my updates. Everything is Nash Thunderclap. And hey, before you leave, or whenever you're watching this video, like, subscribe, whatever it takes to help me with this crazy algorithm. I would greatly appreciate it. So with that being said, we'll see you over on Twitch and Kick. So until next time, have a good night, everybody, and bye for now.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope see